Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah, thumma ma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Zeeshan Suleman. You know, it's narrated that Aisha radiallahu anha, she used to fast in the intense days of the summer heat. And it was asked, why did she, pick these days to fast, in the very hot summer? And it was said that she would take advantage of the days before she dies. Now the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, what they used to do is they would motivate themselves because of death, because of paradise, and because of hellfire. They would relate anything of this world. So for example, they would relate, like if they saw fire, they would compare that to the hereafter of the hellfire. And that would motivate them to do more good deeds. Now when it comes to the hereafter, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَسَارِئُوا وَسَابِقُوا فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, and hasten and race with one another. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسَ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. And those who want to compete, let them compete in the hereafter. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the competition of the hereafter that we compete in the high levels of Jannah. The mansions of paradise, the rivers and the gardens that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for those righteous. When it comes to this world, we take it easy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam tells us that this everything has been decreed for us, so we should take it easy. But when it comes for the hereafter, we race and we compete with one another in the hereafter. Now in Ramadan, what will happen is that you will start to see your iman dip, and you need to have that renewal of iman. You need to have that motivation which will lift you up. And it's very important that we have these, important stories of the Sahaba and, reminders about paradise, hellfire, maybe even, motivational lecture, which will help us in increasing our iman and motivate us to do good. So in the first days of Ramadan, you'll see the masjid packed with people, but then you'll slowly see the crowd to die down. What happens? See, the thing is that we need motivation, and we're not like the Energizer Bunny that keeps on going and going and going. We basically run out of energy, and that's what happens to our iman. And in this time, when we hear about the virtues of forgiveness, we hear about the virtues of Ramadan, and if the person prays with faith and hope, in Qiyam, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all his sins. This motivates a person. When he hears about paradise and hellfire, and he hears about the virtues of Laylatul Qadr, this helps him, rejuvenate his iman and come closer to Allah. What motivates a person to wake up 5 in the morning and go to work? It's that paycheck that he gets at the end of the week. If it wasn't for the paycheck, he wouldn't wake up and go to work. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Those who strive in my cause, I'll surely guide them to the straight path. So if we make the effort and motivate ourselves and establish that habit in Ramadan, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for us. So you want to make that habit of trying to read the Quran. Maybe reading about the virtues of forgiveness, Ramadan, Laylatul Qadr. You want to hear about some beneficial stories, like stories of Sahaba. Maybe something, virtuous that will motivate a person. And inshallah, you will see your iman increase and be on the straight path, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to, be motivated in this month and strive in His cause until the end. Assalamu alaikum.